I'm with the 1000 LP rifle rest, and I'm just going to point out the features of the rest, and then also I'm going to put a firearm in there and stuff and show you what I do when I go out and shoot with this rest. First up front, the front casing, each one of these feet here, you can screw them in and out. And there's a jammer right here where I can spin that up and then I can lock it in place. Because what I typically do, the first thing when I go to the range and I set up on my table here, I take a little Stanley line level, I just stick it right there behind the sandbag on my quick release sandbag attachment, and then I'll level that out. I simply turn the feet in and out, then I'll just spin that up and I lock it in. I mean, that's the first step that I do. The next thing feature here is like the elevation, the big cog wheel here. That's where I do my gross elevation. It's assisted by a little Timken bearing, a washer bearing, which is right underneath there. And there's also a keyway in front of the pin that once I get my position I wish to have it in, I simply turn this in here and then I lock it in place. I mean, that way nothing up there is moving. The next feature is the windage dial that's over here. I don't know if you can see that good, the windage dial, which here where I dial in my windage, and that's just really neat. I mean, it's so precise. It's assisted by these bevel springs, and when I turn it, I mean, it's silky smooth, and when you let loose of it, I mean, it stops and it simply does not move. The other features are quick release sandbag attachment, and I use a T-Allen wrench to loosen this. It does come with another Allen wrench, but I prefer to get a T-Allen because it's just so much handier to use. I just slide that off, and let's say here, if I was going to put, like, see, here's a 3-inch bag, I was going to put that on there. I'd simply have it up there, I slide it on, and I attach it. And to me, that's so handy, because once you have a sandbag there that you're using your rifle, to me, you just never want to take them out physically and then remove them, because it kind of messes your sandbag up. I mean, here it's just so much faster to just simply slide, you know, this on and to simply slide another one off. And what holds it on there is the wedge plate here and stuff. And you go up there, you slide it on, and it does not take like a lot of tension to hold it on. I get it pretty snug. And anyway, then I'm basically just, you know, ready to go. And the other thing, I guess, is a length adjustment here. I mean, I can loosen this and I mean adjust this all different lengths, which is, one is using that, I mean, a lot, because I mean, a lot of these guns I have to position them differently where I want the forend to ride in the sandbag. Okay, moving back from there, we have the hand rest here, which is very, very convenient. I leave this slightly loose so I can move it back and forth, because I put my left hand on here and my right hand here, you know, to get me in the proper shooting position where I'm comfortable. And then the next feature is going to be the fine-tune elevation down in the back. Now this here is the gross adjustments up front, but here's a tweaker in the back. I always take my front crosshairs and put them slightly above my point of impact, and then I lock everything in up front. When I come back here, all I do is turn this ever so slightly, and then that puts me on target. I mean, the next thing what I want to do is I'm going to put a firearm in there, and what I like to use these cling-free sheets. It's kind of windy out here. It's going to be a pain to put them in. I want to put this firearm in there. I like to put the cling-free sheet, I mean, in the sandbag or on top of the sandbag, and I sandwich these in between. Okay, I'll get it right here. Anyway, this allows for that to slide, I mean, ever so smoothly, and that is the key. I mean, you do not want it to get hung up there and stuck there. Here it's just silky smooth, repeats every time. And there again, I'm going to go through it one more time. When I go out to use the rest, my first adjustment, I take the elevation. I'm going to put my crosshairs slightly above my target. I'm going to lock it in right here. And when I lock that in, I mean, there is there's about maybe 1.5 or 2 thousandths clearance between the pin and the hole up here. So when you go to lock this in here, you might see a little bit of movement, but it's locked in. I go to my windage dial, then I simply dial my windage over to where my crosshair is right above point of impact. Then when I go back here, my final adjustment, when I turn this counterclockwise, that is going to raise the rest up in the back. Then I send it down range. But anyway, folks, I appreciate you watching this video, and we're going to be shooting. I'm going to be shooting off this. I'm going to be sending three bullets down there at our 100-yard target down there, and that's coming up here. I'll have my cameraman get behind me. We're going to send 3 down range, and we'll see what this does. Okay, we're at the target here after using the Model 1000 LP. Now here I had a couple shots here. That's just about the same hole, and then whatever happened here and stuff, I'm sure that's just my ear there. But there again, that LP, I mean the crosshair, I mean it's just rock solid steady on there. And there again, like I said, it's just fun to use, good equipment, and I just and I like the fine-tuned rear height adjustment, which I was using back there on the LP. But anyway, it looks like maybe the 1000 almost maybe beat it a little bit today. But there again, hey, appreciate watching the video, and I hope to hear from you soon.